On this week's Waypoint, Riot looks at the map in 4.7, so long add-ons, and we finally have the All-Stars details right before it starts. What's up guys, and welcome to Waypoint, your weekly League of Legends recap for May 6, 2014. I'm your host, Lindsay Geektron. Let's start things off by talking about 4.7. Again! Last week Riot spoke about champions and items, this week it's more big picture stuff. It's worth noting that all of these changes that are being made are with competitive play in mind, but of course, they'll affect everyone, including pros like me. In the Wood division. I'm never getting out. Let's talk about trinkets. In 4.7, we'll now be able to use our trinkets just 30 seconds after the start of the game. If you recall, trinkets started with a 90-second cooldown, which led to a fairly predictable metagame with most teams lining up defensively at the start of the game. In patch 4.4, to try and open up more strategic options, Riot pushed the trinket timer to 2 minutes. However, this lack of early vision pushed teams towards the safest possible opening, which was staying together and pushing a tower with 3 or even 4 members. In theory, that was new and exciting. In practice, it happened in almost every single game in the LCS. Both teams would ignore each other, push towers, take 1, take 2, sometimes even going for a third. After that, the lanes would reset and everyone would have way more gold than usual, and that was that. I'm all for moving away from that metagame, and 30-second trinket timers might be a good start, but there's obviously more to it than that, which leads us nicely into towers! The bottom tower is being made more durable to match its counterpart in the top lane. This should slow down whichever team goes with the 3 or 4 man push in the bottom lane, but so what? Teams push the more durable top lane tower already without much of a problem, so this isn't going to stop them. What this might do is stop the situations where a team takes one tower more than their opponent, leading to a huge early game lead. The final change Riot talked about was fairly simple. They're adding 100 more base gold to the dragon kill. In theory, that encourages teams to go for early dragons more often and keeps the AD carry and support in the bottom lane instead of going for the lane swap. But really? Is 100 more gold spread across the entire team gonna change that? Well, I don't think so, and neither does CLG's all-star player Doublelift. Doublelift actually went as far to say, even if towers were invulnerable for 5 minutes, top laners would just get zoned from their towers for 5 minutes straight. It fixes nothing. The funny thing is he's totally right. Think about how much CS and experienced teams could deny from a solo laner by doing that. It sounds stupid, and it is, but it would actually work. Doublelift went on to say 100 gold more on Dragon is not going to change games, and I have to agree. I'm glad Riot are trying to fix this, but I don't see 4.7 changing anything. But I really hope I am wrong. After a whole lot of controversy and a big outcry from the community, Riot have updated their stance on third-party mods. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Riot's policy on third-party mods that was admittedly vague and open for interpretation. With the rise of a program that will automatically track jungle timers, the community became concerned. Tracking jungle timers is something that sets a great jungler apart from a good jungler, and anyone not using the mod would be at an immediate disadvantage. Originally, Riot seemed okay with the program as it only tracked information already known by the player. For example, it wouldn't track the jungle timer of camps taken in the Fog of War. However, after listening to feedback, Riot now agree that the potential downside of allowing programs like this is too damn high. The too long didn't read quote is, no software should interfere with the League of Legends player experience between when you press play and the end of game screen. Thumbs up! All-Stars is finally here, kicking off on May 8th, and the final challenge mode for Team Ice and Team Fire has been revealed. The two teams will split up and compete in a series of 3 1v1 matches and a single 2v2 match. Well, on May 8th, and only on May 8th, sorry if you missed it, the community will get to vote on which pros slug it out in a final 1v1 matchup. These games will take place on May 11th, following on from the previously announced matches Hexakill, Earth, and Pick 10, taking place throughout the All-Star event. I have to admit I'm a little stunned and disappointed that we won't get to see these teams play a regular match of League of Legends. How do you guys feel? Of course, the focus of the event is on the international competition between each region's top teams. Last week we talked about the sad news of Cloud9's High being unable to compete due to a spontaneous collapsed lung. We now know that CLG's mid laner Link will be filling in for High with Cloud9 at All-Stars, which is great news because I personally couldn't think of a better replacement in North America. The even better news is that High's had surgery and everything went well, so hopefully we'll see him back in shape for the summer split. And speaking of the summer split, the European LCS is coming back on May 20th, with North America following shortly after on May 23rd. Oh my god, I can't wait, I've been so bored. Now, I know everyone here is no stranger to the free-to-play game genre. After all, it's why most of us love League of Legends so much. Zero cost, zero risk, all reward. With that said though, if you guys want to help support LOL Nation TV, consider trying out World of Tanks. This free-to-play team-based MMO is action-packed with hundreds of unlockables and hours of content to experience. And just like League of Legends, it's free. One thing I can't stand about most free-to-play MMOs is that they are pay-to-win. World of Tanks is totally not pay-to-win. Everything can be unlocked just by playing the game, which is great because it keeps all of us on the same competitive playing field. World of Tanks is an amazing game with absolutely no risk to try, and if you try the game right now, you'll allow us to continue to make shows like Waypoint possible. To start your free trial and support LOL Nation TV, head on over to gboffer.com/tanks or simply click the link or banner that can be found below this video. Once again, simply trying out World of Tanks helps continue to make this show and channel possible, so if you love the content we do, help support us by heading to gboffer.com/tanks and try World of Tanks today. And that does it for this week's episode of Waypoint. Be sure to check back every week for the latest League of Legends news. If you enjoyed this video, please like and comment below and help us reach more people. And if you want more League of Legends content, recaps, and updates, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, LOL Nation TV. I'm Lindsay Geektron. You can follow me on Twitter at Lindsay Geektron. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next Waypoint.
Game Breaker TV.